a podcast producer. Why? Because you knew exactly what the next question and final question was going to be. Daniel asked, what's next for Nas and Hit Boy? Is it over? Are there more albums to come? Daniel, who's checking in from Nigeria, says, we don't even know 21 Savage in Nigeria. Shout out to Nigeria and good for y'all. Y'all out here listening to good. Shout out to the motherland. We appreciate y'all.
Always shout out to Nigeria.
Shout out to our Nigerian brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir.
We were going to talk about what's next for Nas. And Daniel also asked with Hit Boy, which I think is a fair question too. But what is next for Nas? Is it the premiere album? Is it Nas taking a little bit of a break because he's done 4 albums in 2 years? Is it him being so rejuvenated he wants to do more of this and create the music he wants? What do you see is next for Nas, B? What do you think he's going to do next?
I cop-out answer. I think he's going to do what he wants because that's what he's been doing. But I also think like he doesn't need to do anything else for a little bit. He doesn't need to do anything else ever, really. Like if we want to be honest about it, but he's gonna like if he loves it, because clearly he's not doing it because he needs money or whatever. Like we've heard about how successful his investments have been, and he's listening to the right people, and he's staying out of trouble, so he's doing the things he needs to do, and it's just kind of doing this because he wants to. And you hear that, you feel that. So for me, what I'd like to see next is like, yo, take a year off unless you want to drop something the year you turn 50, which makes sense. And maybe it's a song. I don't know if it needs to be a little 2-pack or 3-pack or something. For me, what I want next is I want the premiere project. If Nas and Hit Boy want to keep going, like I'm not like, okay, that's fine, obviously. But I think this is a good place to table it for now and have Nas focus on like, yo, if he wants to just get with producers for the rest of his life, just let me do one with Premier, let me do one with RZA, you know what I mean? Like if he just wants to do that, like I'm not gonna be mad at that. Or let me do a series with Premier, a trilogy with Premier now. That'd be great if he wants to work on that over the next few years. But for me, that's the project I want next. Is I want Nas and Primo, 10 songs, 12 songs, whatever. I don't care. But Nas and Primo is what I want next. Alchemist is a great suggestion from McLovin. I would also say Static Selector. Like, there's a lot of good producers that feel like Nas could just lock in with that we've seen him work with before, but do a whole project with. I feel like Hit Boy's opened that up, and I think we'll see him with, you know, maybe solo with some producers moving forward. But for me, definitely DJ Premier should be next.
Yeah, Premier will be next for me. I like the idea of him doing stuff even with other producers. You mentioned Static. Alchemist will be really good. Obviously, he's done some other work with Alchemist and Lost Tapes too. Book of Rhymes as well too. Another good Alk beat he's been over. The Premier thing is high on my list because it's been high on my list pretty much all my life. I'm 39 years old and I've been waiting for this album for a long time. I've been a Nas fan since I was 10, 11 years old. I've been waiting for that for a long time. I love Nas and Premier. I think they might arguably, although Hit Boy might have something to say about that, but in terms of just tracks being made, some of the best rapper-producer chemistry we've ever heard. I would ask for one thing I would love if he does the Nas Premier album. I would like a Jay feature on that. I think Nas and Jay on over some Primo. I could be fine from that. Okay, the two of them. I love both of them over Primo. I love probably Nas more over Primo. But you give me Nas and Jay in the same track with Primo, I'm good. If you want to talk about next for Nas, the other thing I think too is, and I was talking about this with somebody recently. I went to see Usher in Vegas for residency. It was fantastic a couple months ago. I like to see a hip-hop residency in Vegas. And I think Nas is the person that could do it. I'd really love to see Nas lock in and do a bunch of shows exclusively, doing some of his best work for maybe a year or so. I know it's been off and on with Usher been doing it over the past 18 months to 2 years. I think Nas could do it. I think that would be great for him. I think it would be fantastic. But Brian makes a good point. Nas don't need to do a damn thing. Nas has given us so much music, and Nas's playlist or trying to make a top 25 or top 50 from Nas is so great. He doesn't need to do another damn thing, and he'll be fine. His place is cemented in hip-hop history. He's one of the greats. We should salute him, give him his flowers. I'm happy for what he's doing for the culture right now, hip-hop culture. I'm happy that he's still rapping at a very high level. I think that matters a lot, and I think we need to appreciate that, salute that, and just be happy that we've witnessed one of the greatest, if not the greatest rapper of all time, person who made Illmatic, who's continuing to give us good music and doing it on his terms. I think that's just beautiful, the freedom that you can see in what he's doing. So, yeah, I'm fine for whatever he does, but first and foremost, I love the Premier album. I would not mind the Magic 2. I would not be opposed to that. But, like, look, we're going to close here, but this run with Hit Boy has been fantastic. We were supposed to talk NBA today. we're not even gonna get to talk to that. This was an all hip hop show.
Nah, we can say that.
Going to
NBA is going to be going on for a while. Nas just dropped this album. Nas deserves his flowers. Hit Boy too. Hit Boy as well. Hit Boy could be produced. Nas and Hit Boy dropped albums in 3 straight years that could contend for album of the year. Hit Boy could contend for producer of the year. Nas could contend for lyricist of the year. Like this is an epic classic run of collaborations that nobody expected a few years ago. Like Nas and Hit Boy sounded very random. People were nervous before the first King's Disease dropped, and now look at where we are.